Alright, so I'm gonna preface this by saying every time I thought of shotguns, I thought of them from the perspective of video games, where shotguns are like these things you use for melee and they're kind of trash and kind of crappy, and I'd rarely find the shotgun I like. And then people are like, Paws, shotguns in real life are not like that. You can even shoot birds with it. So now we're gonna watch how far our shotgun's deadly with birdshot, slugs, and buckshot.
Buy a shotgun. If there's one thing I know about shotguns in video games, it's that if I...
I like how I preface that, and he's like, in video games, I'm like, okay.
shoot somebody within 6 feet, they are Thanos snapped out of existence.
True.
However, if they are beyond 6 feet, I might as well be throwing Nerf darts at them.
True.
So the question is, at what range are shotguns no longer deadly? At what range are they deadly? You know, many people have pioneered this topic. Giants such as Iraq veteran 8888. We stand on the shoulder of these giants here at Grantham Science, and we are here because we take our science seriously. Now, when they did their study, they centered it around wood and targets, postulating whether or not it would kill. However, science has gotten better. Our cameras have gotten better. So today on Grantham, we're going to be pushing the limits of science to ensure that we will figure out once and for all how far are shotguns deadly.
Hey yo, let's go. Honestly, I used to like, up until like 1 year ago, I used to really hate shotguns. Like, I used to hate them with a passion. And then like Doom and Bioshock were like, oh man, shotguns are actually pretty fun. And now I'm looking at like the shotgun, the real life shotgun, and I'm like, oh damn, the design looks really nice. Strong science.
Now, before we get into this video, we have to thank our sponsors. We, of course, have Brownells. A big thank you to Brownells, very based. We, of course, have Norma Ammunition, our ammunition sponsor, and they obviously rock. And finally, we can't forget Zydex Computers. A big thank you to them for sponsoring our upcoming gaming channel. And finally, Micah, what can we not forget about? Patreon. The Patreon. If you're not there, you're missing out. Yeah, you're missing out, man. So get on the Patreon. Micah, my camera guy, is posting everything that I don't want posted. And in addition to that,
that. That's literally my Patreon too. I'm like, yeah, on Patreon you get all the stuff I don't want to actually post it on YouTube.
That I
it's like unfiltered reactions. Enjoy.
Never ending questions, but I'm happy to do it. But with that being said, let's talk about what is going to make the science of this particular video so good. And to help explain that, we have, for the third time on, our medical intern. Yeah, Squire, medical Squire.
Medical
Charlie.
Squire.
Hi, Charlie.
Hi.
Charlie, would you like to explain to everybody why this is better for science?
Can I just say the fact that he went all the way behind and around in the roundabout way of just putting himself in that position is like, but why? It's annoying.
Well, there's multiple reasons why this is better for science. One, because we're doing it. Nobody likes those other guys as much.
We're not saying that.
Ballistic Dummy from Ballistic Dummy Lab. It's pretty much a one-to-one. Yeah. Minus the lack of navel and head.
Is this real, Charlie?
No. We talked about that.
So we have gelatin that simulates skin, muscle, and fat. We have bones in here. We have organs for different densities. It is pretty freaking close. What else are we using today?
So we're using a Ballistic Dummy Lab head. This isn't real either.
This isn't real either. Really? It looks just like my friends in the graveyard. Are you telling me my friends aren't real either? I like how it's raining here and it's raining outside too. Perfect. I'll be there with my invisible, non-existent friends now that I've learned that they're not real. The skulls that I talked to in the graveyards.
It's not real. Yeah, it's about a 1-to-1.
So we have the ballistic dummy lab head. We of course have brain matter. We'll be using this for closer shots because it is a small target. We're going to be testing different ammunition at different distances. We're going to be starting at the furthest distance that we're going to be firing from, which is going to be at 120 yards, with rifled slugs from Federal, with flight control buckshot, which requires a cylindrical choke, which is what.
Wait, flight control?
We have in one of our Benellis. And finally, we have birdshot, and that will be shot through a fully choked shotgun. Now, from 120, we will then inspect the dummy, and we will continue to walk in from 120 to 80 to 50. And if we need to get closer to see if certain rounds are deadly or not deadly, we will assess that at that time. If I'm a betting man, I'm going to say that the slugs are going to be 100% deadly at our longest distance, which is going to be 120 yards.
I think there's a good possibility. I mean, shotguns are such a diverse platform. It's used by breachers, duck hunters, sad musicians, everyone.
Sad musicians. Bruh! His dark humor. I like it. It is such a bad joke, but I can't. It's too funny. It's like, Look at his face, too. He's just like, straight face. Sad musicians. Yeah.
Everywhere. So I think...
Look at me. I'm the other person. Oh yeah, he said that. Yeah, he just said that. Yeah, that's gonna be in the video. Oh fuck. That's me every time on stream, dude. That's me every time on stream. I'm like, someone in the video just said something that's probably not appropriate. Do not laugh. Do not laugh. If I laugh, people will just assume the wrong thing. There are some jokes. There are some jokes that are very funny, but at the same time, they're very much the type of jokes you shouldn't say in public, that you should just keep for your like close friends that you know won't get offended, right? Sad musicians using shotguns. That might be one of them. Dark humor is the best. Oh, I know. I'm guilty of liking dark humor. What's worse is my coworkers at my former workplace, they used to know that I like dark humor, so they'd hit me with all the dead baby jokes as soon as the day would start. Oh God. Oh.
I think we're going to see a lot of lethality, and it'll kill.
I think 120 is like, I also don't think birdshot's really going to be deadly until we get really close.
No, it's not deadly. The only other time I've used birdshot is I went hunting with Grandpa once, but he was hunting Grandma.
I saw that one coming! I wanted to ask was like, not deadly for who? I'm pretty sure the poor birds think it's deadly. Oh.
So, and she's still around.
I like the zoom in on the face and the reaction. Ah yes, when you know you're in the wrong crowd with your joke.
He gets to come home soon.
Now, to better test the ballistic dummy, we will be putting a t-shirt on it. Not just any t-shirt, but our t-shirt, Task Force 69 LXIX. Now the question is, will this t-shirt change the ballistics? I believe that perhaps this t-shirt may have bullet or pellet proof properties at far distance. But in any case, a lot of people have asked to see clothing on these guys when we're shooting them, so we have done that in this video. Now, of course, everything will be filmed with high-speed cameras as well.
Really? That flimsy t-shirt is gonna have an impact at large, like, far away distances? Okay. I'm not gonna say no, because I have no idea, but really?
And I'm excited to see what happens. We have 2 rounds of birdshot that we'll fire.
Why is he filling up the dummy like that? Chat, why you gotta comment on that? Fine, we'll watch it again.
And I'm excited to see what happens. We have high-speed cameras as well. We have done that in this video. Now, of course, everything will be filmed with high-speed cameras as well.
I missed the sniff the first time. I saw him touching the belly button, but I did not see the I did not see the sniff. Peak degeneracy right there.
And I'm excited to see what happens. We have 2 rounds of birdshot that we'll fire in our fully choked John Wick Benelli. We have 3 rounds of flight control buckshot from Hornady.
Oh my god, he named his shotgun Horny. I can't even judge because I named my Tauren Horny, and wow.
And then 1 slug. That is a federal rifled slug. Let's go ahead and let's do this. 120 birdshot.
Whoa. Damn.
120 buckshot.
Damn. Ooh. That's quick
120 slug.
Whoa. That's slug though.
Let's go check it out. Let's talk to a couple things here that are really interesting.
I do have a question about the slug because I've never fired one. Is it rather spread accuracy? Is it not very accurate? Or did he miss? I'm like, is it a get good at aiming moment? Or is it just a random spread so there's a chance that he missed? I see. So it's one big projectile and he missed. Okay, okay. It is potentially that he just wanted to hit the shoulder rather than miss, in the sense that he didn't want to destroy the dummy on that first thing, just to see the damage better onto the dummy afterwards. That's what I assume, at least, is the reason why he ended up there. But I was curious because, I don't know if it was just a chance, right?
Interesting. So first off, as you can see, we have 2 targets on either side to catch other impacts. So to start off with, our birdshot, there is I see 0 at all of any birdshot going through. So none of the birdshot went through, and you can see the birdshot pattern straight across. We fired 2 rounds, and looks like, as far as I can tell, Charlie, that the Task Force 69 t-shirt is birdshot proof, maybe at 120 yards. Would you agree?
I would say it's absolutely birdshot proof.
I like the dead monotone voice. Oh.
No birdshot got through.
Next up, we fired 3 rounds of the buck. Now this is flight control, probably some of the most accurate buckshot you can get. Now we are at 120 yards. And as you can see, we didn't get very good consistent impacts. Charlie, do you want to speak to this?
You got a couple hits here and here, but overall that's more consistent with Chicago-esque style shooting, where you kind of just send things and hope they don't hit a 3-year-old.
I should not watch this guy. I should not watch this guy. He's a menace. He is a menace. Oh, man. His humor is way too aligned with mine. Bad Paws, bad. I know! But it's still funny. It's sad funny, but it's as funny this from my coworkers funny, okay? It is not my fault my humor is morbid. It is not my fault. Don't carry on with the video. I will try not to laugh anymore.
I wouldn't rely on this at that range.
Charlie makes really good, valid points. Now, that being said, we did get impacts with buckshot 120. So, did it kill? Let's find out. 3 rounds fired, 8 pellets each, and we got 2 impacts. Let's go and let's check out what it did here. So, I will say, the pellet right here that hit, you can see beautiful expansion off that. It looks very similar to a 9mm hollow point in terms of what it did once it hit. And we have to really give some credit to Hornady and their ammunition. Now, I guess the question is, it looks like it hit the lung, went right below the rib. Let's go ahead and see if it exited. Yeah, come take a look at this, Micah. You can actually see the pellet right here.
Oh yeah. Wait, hold on, let me adjust my brightness.
Yeah. Would you like to point at that with your
Just
pliers?
my brain.
Yeah. Would you like to remove that pellet, please, intern?
Yes.
Squire, excuse me. You're not an intern yet. We'll get you there one of these days.
Hey, what? I thought the dummy was the squire.
Do you have a second one?
I just need it.
I was afraid you were gonna.
Is that a butter knife?
Hornady
Yeah.
is the ammo company. Damn.
Here.
Nice
All right,
name.
so let's put that in the light. So you can see right there that we had one round that about made it all the way through. So we can certainly say with pretty good authority that were you to be hit by buckshot at 120, should you get a hit, it is deadly. Would you agree?
It can be deadly.
100% has enough oomph to get through.
It's kind of like,
Huh. Is it more deadly if it goes through you than rather than if it lodges itself in you? I thought it was the other way around.
like an RNG video game, random number generator. It's like, does this one kill? Does this one not?
Did you get a critical?
So we're playing buckshot roulette?
Exactly. Was it a
Exactly.
critical hit?
I
Was
don't
it
play
not?
video games, but I know that when I use the 7.25 in Call of Duty, it's a hitter.
It can be. Now,
His monotone voice, man! Oh, man.
you can see the impacts from the slugs around as we were trying to get that thing in. And again, once we do hit, we got some hits right here. There's nothing stopping this slug.
Jesus
It
Christ.
is going straight through. Now, should that hit you center mass, 100% you are just dead. And we can see another shot right here on the underside. Like, it's
Damn.
going straight through, and it went straight
That
through.
thing rips
and
so
exited,
strongly.
and it hit the wood right here and deflected. So slugs have more than enough ass to get through. It's just, is this something that's consistent where you're going to be consistently getting hits? No. I think shotguns get a much better at within 100. I think that's where we're going to see most of our improvements.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see a lot of deadly lethality.
So is it a matter of like the slug's weight basically making it harder to aim at long distances? No? He just sucks. Goddamn Chat's vicious. Oh. I'm asking because I've never shot a shotgun, let alone one with a slug. So like that's like, I'm wondering why he's saying under 100 he'll get more consistent.
When we step up closer.
Deadly.
It's more deadly if it goes through you because you have to stop the bleeding from both ends. Ah, understandable. Makes sense when you think about it from that perspective. While if it's inside, it can cause issues with movement, so it can be kind of worse. It kind of depends where it hit, whether one is worse than the other. Makes sense.
Lethality, I like that. That's good. 80 yards with
Generally, you get more accurate the closer one gets. Yeah, you haven't met me yet. For some reason, I'm very accurate with snipers, and then I'm with a shotgun in melee range, and I'm like, oh, hello, there's a tree behind you, let me hit that instead. The closer I get, the more I panic, man, okay? Oh. Also, like, from my very few tests that I did with, like, a rifle in real life and a pistol, I can definitely say I'm better at longer range and at smaller targets. The smaller the target, the better I aim. The bigger the target, the worse I aim. I have no idea why. But, there was a contest to hit, cola caps and cola cans. I hit all the caps and I missed some cans. I'm just like, why? How? Such a
birdshot. And we're gonna fire one round.
Oh. Can I just say it's very satisfying to watch birdshots pelting the body like that? I don't know why. This is very satisfying. Like, look at that. It's like pew 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 pew. It's kind of like sprinkling you. It almost feels as if this is what a massage would feel like. Oh.
One round, buckshot, 80 yards.
Damn.
One round, slug, 80 yards.
Damn. Straight in the neck.
Birdshot. Once again.
How a massage would kill, like. Come on, when it's in the high distance, this wouldn't kill you with the bird shots. You could say it's a musician massage. Oh my god. Oh my god. Guys, stop. YouTube's gonna think I'm a psycho after this. Are you? Maybe. I don't know. Am I? It would be a massage to die for, that is true.
Again, at 80, it would appear that the Task Force 69 t-shirt is bird-proof shot at 80.
I see some divots though. What is that on the chest?
Yeah, there's some divots. Oh, yeah, we got one. Look at that. So we got one that lodged in the neck. Birdshot, even with that hit on the neck, that's not going into anything that's really going to kill you at that point. Not deadly. Birdshot, not deadly.
It's lodged in the neck. That's not going to go into anything. It's lodged in the neck, man. What do you mean?
If it hits your eyes, sure, that's really going to suck, but not in the body. Not deadly. Inconvenience?
Yeah, who needs necks?
100%.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to really do much. That's evident. Third world militaries like Venezuela and Seattle are going away from it.
With the buckshot. So we take a look right here. So we had a spread coming across. We did get one good impact. Again, there is a great video of a police officer switching over to a buck and making a good kill. Was it buckshot?
Yeah, he switched over to buckshot at like 80 and just
domed him. Now, going over to the buckshot, we did get one good hit. And it should be noted that there are many real-world situations of people making 80-yard buckshot hits and just putting people into the ground. So like before, buckshot, if it impacts, it's quite deadly. So let's go ahead and take a look at this round. So you can see right here that once it hits, oh look, there's another pellet. Look, it's just on the surface of the skin. Oh God.
Sucking it out?
No, it was. That one's perfect. Thank you. As we can see, the pellet, once it went.
Why? Just why? Oh, man.
Through, had a ton of power. If you want to come take a close look at that, Micah. So that went straight through, and let's go ahead and check the back here. What it did is it stopped on the scapula. If you want to get a close look at that, it shattered the scapula on the way out, and you can see the deformed pellet right there. So, yeah, 100% deadly. That buck has a ton of power behind it. So again, if you make the hit, buck, very deadly at 80. I think we've proven that. Now the slug, the rifled federal slug, was hit right at the neck right there, and you can see
that's the one I was most curious
about. The
about.
slug is just a big old hunk of fuck you, no matter what. It traveled completely through the collarbone. Nothing slowed it down at all. And once it went all the way through, it completely exited, blowing out all the back ribs and taking tissue with it. You can see how it traveled and curved. If you want to get in here real close, Micah.
That guy's super dead.
Yeah. Once again, hunters know this.
Damn.
A slug,
Yeah, you could blow the back out.
at this distance.
Bruh! What? Just why?
Buckshot and slugs are both very effective. You can make good hits. I would consider the shotgun very effective at 80. So we're gonna continue to walk it in though, because birdshot is still literally doing nothing at this point. So we're gonna step it up to 50 and see if we start getting penetration through the shirt at the very least. And once we get a little bit closer and we start getting penetration through the shirt, we'll start checking the head and seeing how this is working out. You ready, Charlie?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. We're at 50. We're not gonna be shooting slug. Clearly within 100, slug, very effective. Don't need to test it anymore. Very deadly. Now.
Aww. And here I was hoping I could see what a slug does at close range.
The question is going to be, can we get better consistent hits with
Paws, no. Wah!
buckshot and birdshot? So we're going to be trying both. So, 50. First up, we have the Benelli with the birdshot full choke.
Ah, look at that satisfying massage.
Okay, we got buckshot, 50 yards. Here we go.
That's not a satisfying massage.
Let's go check it out.
Now, of course, shotguns have been used in conflicts the world over, which brings us to our sponsor for this video, Conflict of Nations. A big thank you to them for sponsoring this video.
Conflict of Nations
is a free-to-play, real-time strategy game.
First time I see the
Choose a real
sponsor.
country and lead in modern global warfare. Up to 128 players and battles that can take up to a week to complete. Of course, any strategy game requires strategy on your part. Use different units, anything from tanks, submarines, infantry, and make sure that you perfect your strategy. Now the question is, will you be a man of peace or will you be a man of war? You can declare war or ally with your friends. Choose your own strategy, take over the world, engage in epic
I don't want
battles.
to take over
And my
the
favorite
world.
part is, of course,
I want to
playing with the
stay under
boys.
my rock
Get
and
out
be
there. It is
happy.
an awesome game, and a big thank you to them for sponsoring. We have the link right below. Now, of course, when you click on the link below, you do get a gift. You get 13,000 gold coins and 1 month of free premium subscription. It is only good for 30 days. Get down there, click the link. Big thank you to Conflict of Nations. Let's get back to
I don't want
shotguns.
slugs
You can
either.
see, if you come in here really close,
I don't want slugs either. People are gonna give me actual slugs. Oh, I don't want those things crawling all over my desk.
Micah, you can see these birdshot rounds are hitting them pretty hard. I'm not seeing, on first inspection, any type of, oh my God. Yeah, some went through. Let's take a close look at that. So, looks like we got about a half inch of penetration or less.
That's really good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So some of them, if you want to come in here really close, barely penetrated, but it looks like our shirt is no longer able to stop the birdshot at about 50, and that is actually very
I just want to
interesting.
say it's fine that it barely penetrated. It's okay if it barely penetrated.
Yeah.
Some could even argue that it's more pleasurable.
The question is that deadly? So what kills is going to be the penetration depth. And there's not really enough depth there to get a good kill. Because again, ballistic gelatin isn't quite a human body. You want about a good 12 inches of penetration. So you want a good 12 inches of penetration to ensure that you're going to get a good lethal.
I got a question.
Yeah.
How many little leaky holes is he gonna have?
A lot.
Are these gonna be like, is he severely bleeding at this point?
He's not severely bleeding unless like you get a good hit on like an aorta or some large vessel in the body, but it's not, I don't think it's gonna penetrate deep enough. Even on this chest, it didn't penetrate deep enough to hit the heart, and on a real body, it most certainly wouldn't. So are you gonna be having a bad day? 100%. Is it going to kill you necessarily, like put you out of the fight? No, and if you're shooting somebody, you probably want to be putting them out of the fight.
Yeah, and also we have to consider this is just one muscular-esque body. A lot of people avoid the gym as much as aid, so I don't like these barely penetrated. So.
Wow! Wow! Don't worry, saying, guys, your belly fat will keep you safe against the bird shots.
So if you can imagine the size, someone the size of my ex-girlfriend or bigger,
it wouldn't stop them at all. Now, when it comes to the buckshot, we got 4 solid hits right here. So we have 1, 2, 3, and a 4th right there. And all those shots, as we've already seen, and as you can see right here, Micah, if you come in and take a look, those shots are 100% deadly.
Yeah, that's straight through the lungs.
Yeah,
like, he's gone.
At 50, you are having a really good grouping with a shotgun. This isn't still a hostage situation type weapon, but on one individual, 100%. Let's check the back. So we had a couple of the rounds completely exit. So we got that one.
Nice.
Yeah, that one went straight through. This is the old slug, of course, but this guy is straight up just dead. So buckshot, very, very effective.
We say 50 yards is where it becomes extremely effective.
I would say 50 yards is an extreme effectiveness for a good buckshot round. So like Federal or Hornady, Hornady, excuse me, Hornady, where they have the flight control wads. And again, that should be used with a cylindrical bore. Other buckshot you can compress with a choke, but these are just money. Now, I want to try the head next. We have enough penetration from the bird shot where I
Look away, Chad. He wants to try head.
feel like we could get some good effect on the head. Now, obviously, the buckshot's going to blow this head in half. Buckshot will kill. But at what point will the birdshot start penetrating the skull and start absolutely killing this guy? So let's start it with 50. Let's start walking it in. Birdshot.
Dude, I don't think I would want like a birdshot shot at my head, even if it was far away. It sounds painful. Like my nose, my lips, my teeth. My eyes? No, thank you. I'm just like, I don't need it to penetrate giggity my skull. I would not want it to hit, period.
50 at the head.
See, even that feels
All right,
like
so
it would hurt my nose so hard.
Head, but it is a small target. We could see really similar to the human body. We had about a ½ inch of penetration, and now where it did hit the skull, it didn't crack it, it didn't get through, it was stopped on the skull. Now on fleshy parts like the nose, you can see we have complete penetration. In the eye, you can see a couple pellets in there.
My poor nose.
Yeah, and the jaw as well, up on the side right there. You can see we got some pretty good,
jaw.
it's pretty thin right there. So, not deadly per se, but a very bad day, because if pellets get in your eyes, dude, and that would go through your eyelid. That's horrible. You're definitely blind. You're not dead, but you're probably well on your way to being dead. 25 yards on the human head with birdshot.
Jesus Christ. Holy shit.
25 yards.
25 is just like gone.
Again, not like death, but I mean.
You think that's not death, man? You think I survived? You think you would survive that? What kind of alien do you have to be to survive that?
Really, really bad. Just like really bad. So we have multiple pellets that have entered the eye socket, the jaw. You are out of the fight at that point. You're not dead, but
But you will be in a few minutes. You're not dead. Oh, really?
You're a hit to the head with birdshot. You are certainly not going to be participating in any meaningful manner in a gunfight at that point. We're gonna go ahead and keep getting closer for this guy.
Oh.
Birdshot, 25, human torso. Buckshot, 25, human torso.
Jesus.
This is a bad day for this guy getting hit with birdshot here. So we are just absolutely peppered with birdshot. These aren't, so you can see they're getting about an inch at this point in. Not deadly, but very bad. Obviously our buckshot, we got an
Not deadly, but very much making you bleed and hurting like hell.
extremely tight pattern. this guy is extremely dead. We had one go through the neck, completely exit, smash through bone, go through the heart. Buckshot is patterning extremely well at this point. You're getting about all 8 pellet hits as long as you're dead center on it. At 25, buckshot, extremely effective.
The spread is actually pretty amazing.
Yeah,
you can see there, you're looking at less than 165 feet. So we're starting to get in deadly range.
Birdshot, 15
I would argue you are already in deadly range.
yards, body. You know what? We've got some blood.
What was the last thing that... Was that the case? Eh? The what? It's like, it's the way the case would have made it like that. It's what holds the pellets. Damn, I didn't even know that even that hits you.
You know what? We've got some blood.
That wasn't there when I marked.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that.
Wait, this thing shows when you start bleeding from organ stuff? I'm like, eh? It's a body replica? Damn.
But some are also...
That's really detailed.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is really detailed.
Interesting.
Flat. Look what it did to them.
Yeah, so it looks like when they're impacting the bone, they're not penetrating the bone. However, I will say that it certainly had enough oomph to enter the liver, and we have a pretty good bleed going there. I'm gonna say that you're obviously out of the fight. I don't know if it's necessarily lethal from that one hit though, because you still need a lot. So you can see all these rounds, like they're going about 2 inches of depth, and we have a couple hits on the lung, but it's not immediate incapacitation. It doesn't still quite have that carry through force to go completely through to hit those vital structures. Now that being said, if it hits the neck, it's gonna 100% kill you at that point. I'm interested to see what happens on the head. Birdshot, 15 yards. Here we go. Human head.
I like how excited he was for that. It's like, it's time for destruction.
All right, see what happens.
Jesus Christ, man.
Surprising.
You know, even the skull is kind of like crying. Like, look at that. If you look back at it, right? It's like, make it stop. Wah.
Surprisingly enough, like, it's not dead. Probably not.
Well, I think we have different definitions of dead.
You don't think that impact would just rattle his brain?
Oh yeah, dude, he's 100% out of the fight. Like, he's not fighting, but like, my question is...
He's out of the fight. I'm like, he's not dead. He's probably gonna die, but like, he's still kind of like breathing. Meanwhile, me thinking, no, I think I'd be pretty dead at that point. Or I probably wish I was dead at that point. It's kind of like playing Russian roulette and hoping you're just gone. Make it stop.
Is he like, is this donezo for him like immediately? Like with Buck at this range, done. Your head, your skull's everywhere, brain, you're bleeding out pretty hard. You're probably gonna be bleeding from this pretty hard, but like, it still isn't penetrating the skull, which is interesting.
I think there's a chance, but a low chance that would kill somebody.
100%. I would say at 15, you hit with Bird, you can likely say with about 69.420 chance that you're gonna be dead soon.
You're right on that.
Not immediately, but soon. The question is when is it like immediate?
I think right after it happens.
Birdshot.
I agree with the second guy. I don't think the sex science would hold up in court right there, but yeah, right immediately after, yeah, I would agree with that one.
Shot at 10. I figure this has got to be deadly. Like, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if we're being honest, there have been people that survive point blank, but I wouldn't say say those odds are favorable?
Here we go.
Oh my god. My poor brain hurts from seeing that.
Like, yeah, they can. Wow, that is bad. I mean, that is a bad day.
Really?
Oh, it kind of fractured the teeth. If you're smiling. Oh, wait. No, the skull is still intact. The skull is still intact. How is this? Dude, okay.
That was 10 yards.
Okay, you're 100% blind. You're probably bleeding.
You're 100% blind. Oh. It's like, oh, don't worry, you're 100% blind, so like at least you're not gonna see when you smile at how bad it is and how much it's gonna cost you in dental after. Just but a scratch.
From your neck and everything.
And blacked out.
And blacked out. You're dying, but this isn't like an immediate like it can't blow your brain up or anything. At what distance does it blow the brain up? I just want to know.
I think we're gonna have to move in closer.
Okay, let's move in closer. Hey, we've got birdshot 5 yards. I mean, come on.
Okay.
There we go.
The difference just.
Christ.
Yep. So 5 yards definitively. 100.
Are you sure he's dead this time? Are you sure? Are you sure you don't need to check the skull to like make sure maybe the fracture didn't quite get there?
% death at that point. Yeah, he's gone, dude. So 100%.
Yeah, the good news is his teeth are fine. It's a 96.69% chance of death now.
Skull cracked at 5. I want to see the body at 5, and then we'll wrap this up.
Charlie,
What?
what are you doing, man?
I'm not gonna keep it.
Hey, Charlie.
You sure?
Charlie.
I'd keep it.
We talked about this, okay? Not on camera.
You said the body.
No,
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh. Stop fingering the skull. No, keep going. Oh, let the poor necromancer enjoy himself. Jesus Christ, man. I guess they're not keeping the skull. Mass destruction. Morbid fascination, can't look away. No head. No head.
So that ends our video today
That's
on how far
wild,
shotgun's
man.
deadly. And I think the thing that we've realized is that
Oh.
with slugs and buck, it's deadly for quite a distance, probably out to 300. However, well, slugs at least. The problem is going to be, when can you make accurate hits? With slugs, 100 and in, and with our buckshot, we found that effectiveness was really good at 50 and in. Now with birdshot, 100% the people are out of the fight at, from 50 and in due to shots to the eye and those types of things. However, it wasn't that we got specifically deadly until about 5 yards. Charlie, where are you going?
Charlie.
Yeah, you can't have that, Charlie.
I wasn't. I was just gonna hold on to it till we left.
But here's the thing, guys. As cool as these shotguns are, as fast as they are, as fun as they are, if you don't get training, it doesn't matter. So make sure that you get training. There are tons of great places to get training from. Charlie, stop taking it. Haley Strategic, Pat McNamara, Cogworks, tons of great places. Get training. That's the only thing that matters. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got nothing else for you. Charlie, final thing for everybody. Give your dad advice.
Spend time with your families. Braces are for nerds, not guns. Ask Santa for a B5.
Wow.
Okay.
Thanks. Oh, man. Yes. After watching that entire video, I gotta say, Charlie's humor is out there. And it was fairly informative, though it does make me question about our definition of being dead. Because I feel like I would have been dead way earlier than they would have thought I would be dead. But overall, it was a rather interesting video. Yeah, the humor was definitely to die for. I do wish they would have shown more slug shots. But I did like the bird shot massage shots. Those were nice. They're very satisfying to watch. And it bumped the liking of the shotgun a tiny bit more for me. Yeah, they're pretty fun to just watch in real life compared to video games. Oh.